Welcome, dear listeners. It's nice of you to join me. Thank you for tuning in to the midnight broadcast of Sinister Words, where we share with you the dark tales only ever before whispered in hushed tones in the dark corners of the world. Stories so terrifying that they will haunt the earth long after humanity is naught but ashes and dust. Tonight's tale is one such nightmare, a living one to the hapless man involved. What do you do when you find yourself at the mercy of the merciless? How long can you hold on to your sanity against an assailant determined to strip it from you? Let's begin, dear listener. Please, sit back and relax. Are you comfortable? Good. Now close your eyes and open your ears. Let the sound of my voice creep into the gloomiest crawl spaces in your mind's eye. Only there will we find him, the terrifying faceless horror that is the blank man. John woke up in a cold sweat, feeling disoriented and confused. He had no idea where he was, or how he got there. All he could remember was a blinding light and a loud crash. As he tried to get up, he realized that he was strapped to a bed, unable to move. Panic set in as he realized that he was trapped and at the mercy of whoever had brought him here. Suddenly, a man dressed in a white suit and wearing a featureless mask entered the room. John tried to scream, but no sound came out. The man introduced himself as the Blank Man and explained that he had been following John for years. He claimed that John was the only one who could see him and that he was here to help him. But as the days turned into weeks, John began to realize that the Blank Man was not there to help him at all. He was there to torture him, both physically and mentally. Every night, the Blank Man would visit John and force him to relive his worst nightmares. He would use his supernatural powers to make John feel pain and terror beyond anything he had ever experienced before. As the weeks turned into months, John slowly began to lose his grip on reality. He wasn't sure if the Blank Man was real or if he had gone insane. All he knew was that he wanted to escape and be free of the nightmare that had become his life. One day, after what seemed like an eternity of torture, John woke up to find that he was no longer strapped to the bed. The door to his cell was open, and he could hear the Blank Man's voice echoing through the halls. With a surge of adrenaline, John ran towards the door and burst out into the hallway. But what he saw made him wish he had stayed in his cell. The entire building was crawling with featureless figures, all dressed in white suits. They were all chanting in unison, their voices blending together into a nightmarish chorus. John tried to run, but the figures closed in on him, trapping him in their midst. And as he felt their cold, clammy hands reaching for him, he knew that he was never going to escape the Blank Man's grasp. Poor John. We may never know if the Blank Man is real, but pain is real, even when it's only in our minds. Perhaps there is a Blank Man watching each of us, biding his time, waiting for the right moment to reveal his presence. What will you do then, dear listener? I hope for your sake you never have to find out. That was the Blank Man, another entry in our Athenaeum of Terror. This has been another episode of the midnight broadcast of Sinister Words. Until next time, dear listener, sleep well.